Welcome back, everyone. Going live now for Game 2 here in just a bit. We're going to be on Haven with Attack all around, starting on Attack. I'm SeekNStrike. By my side here is... We're going to be bringing you the first round of our tournament here, as it will be Attack all around going into this one with a 1-game lead, and they look strong. Even against good. 10 Buckies.
Yeah, they're looking really, really good overall. I mean, 10 Buckies was very surprising, but this next map here coming into Haven, that's going to be very exciting for either one, because again, I would hope that this is, you know, a more even playing field overall, because again, Attack all around just completely dominated from the beginning towards the end, even just absolutely nailing them.
Definitely. I mean, you're very right there. Now, these teams have played before, and they played on this map before. It's a 10-13 loss for MiTH. So a bit closer here. I mean, I really just do think that Ascent is going to be Attack all around's map. That's definitely going to be something that I think other people in Group A, as well as maybe heading into playoffs, teams will be taking into consideration versus that team.
I mean, everybody has to take note, especially in groups, because this is the place where you can get the most amount of information on your enemy teams, especially which maps they're going to be most comfortable on.
Yes, definitely here, as we are now just about to get underway. Probably likely to see a very similar agent composition here. Do you think there's anything special for Haven? And it's, well, three bomb sites.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of different opinions on Haven overall, mainly because of the 3 bomb sites. It's harder to rotate around, but I'm expecting the exact same thing. The only real difference is whether or not some people are going to be looking to play Phoenix or even Breach for this map.
Of course. The entry frag are very important here. You can afford to be very patient on Attack on this map, just because there's you never really commit super hard on this map.
Yeah.
It's such an interconnected map. It's a really big, wide open map here, as we are about to get underway with our pistol round here. In terms of composition, nothing really too surprising here. Just taking a look. Breach. Reyna. Yeah. Reyna for MiTH.
Reyna for MiTH. It looks like they're not actually using their, regular entry fraggers with the Phoenix or even Breach. They're going to go for the Reyna. So the Leer is going to be great. It's, really powerful ability, other than the fact that it can be shot out of the air. So just got to be careful for that.
Yeah, you got to place it out of direct line of sight of where you plan to peek is generally going to be... Already you can see 2 members of Attack all... I'm sorry, make that MiTH holding long A. It looks like, no, just one. There's going to be a bit of a skirmish going on through it, lower A.
I think they're already pulling back out of that. They're pulling away from A. They're hopefully... I mean, they're hoping that they're getting an overreaction coming in from MiTH this time around, just so that, Attack all around can actually move towards this C site. Cypher has got it down. Oh, but Cypher has actually taken out. This is going to be huge for them. His C has just been opened up, and the utility there will be useless. The camera isn't going to be able to give them information no longer.
That's exactly right. Now, MiTH are going to be forced to rush out. Oh, Leer! Shot as well! Oh my god, that reaction, that was incredible! That's going to be able to set up for now the spike plants. 3v5 is... This is looking like another great round for Attack all around. Yeah. Another good start, I should say.
Really, really good start here. Cypher drops the camera down by garage site, so they have to push through the Omen smoke here by the site. Oh, they pushed it. 3 people all made it through, but he missed the initial shot. The extra fragging is actually working out pretty well, but PTC, he gets the initial headshot. 1v1. Ooh! Nicely played coming in for Attack on all sides. Woo!
That was actually pretty risky to run through that smoke like that. Yes, you did have the spike down. Yes, it was a 2v1, but you were 1 shot, 15 HP left there on that Cypher, but my goodness, just really going for it there, and it definitely worked out. They're going to be able to secure that first round, and they got some rifles coming out here already.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge entry frag coming in by Omen. Yeah, had he not gotten through there, I think it would have been a lot more favorite toward MiTH's attitude, just based on HP alone, but I could be purely wrong. Aim is such a big part of this game.
They actually thought rifles as well from MiTH. They might not be expecting this, so it's going to be a force buy, I guess, a half buy, because they're not going to have enough for armor or much utility here, so something to be aware about. So Phantoms all around here for MiTH.
Okay.
And a Bucky.
And a Bucky.
Of course.
But at least he's holding some tight angles, Yes, he's not pushing up through mid. He's not trying to get through double doors too hastily.
As a man of culture, I can tell you the Bucky will not one-shot from that range, even with the alternate fire. We'll one-shot from that range, but looking up towards A lobby, you're not going to be able to get that one-shot, especially when they've got armor on. It's not going to happen.
Got it. I'll make sure I'll keep all the Bucky expert questions for you.
Yes, of course. Yes, I can tell you a lot about the Bucky Bucky, actually. It's the best gun in the game.
Best gun in the game, guaranteed.
Yep. Guaranteed. Attack all around. They're going to be rotating around. There goes the Owl drone. They heard it being deployed, so they were looking for the easy pick there. But Sova off to the side. Now it's the Bucky. Oh, no. He's going to split the gap there in between the two. That's going to be the SMG out from Jenny picking up the kill there. As now the attack's really kicking off. Now, nice wall bang there from A-Stix, able to pick up much to room, and that should now be the site under control as the rest of MiTH. They're going to have to be forced to scramble here. Do you just save? You have rifles.
Yeah,
you really committed.
I personally think that you should say, but I mean, they have 3 members, so they are relatively confident.
They have so much intel. They know there's at least 2 spotted going towards heaven. You can see they're positioned very nicely to defend this site.
Yeah, they're setting up crossfires here for both Jet as well as Sova.
Yep, there's the call being made by the IGL of MiTH. They're going to be backing up at best, looking for some exit frags, but it's okay. This is okay. You go for a risky play. You buy on a second round after you lose the eco. It's a very dangerous position. So I think this is the right move to be making here. Obviously, the Bucky looking for exit frags is not going to find any. AAA, they probably recognize this. Not looking to give him any chances.
I think more importantly, so we have to look for the next round. How much of this investment of saving these guns will they profit themselves in the next upcoming round on round 3? Because if they don't, then technically it's like, what's the point, right?
Yep.
Oh, they have to play. Let's see the setup now. Once
what
again.
Is this guy, guys?
Buckies! Guys. Everybody! I mean, they heard you. They knew it.
Yeah, look at that Wanna Fly. He's getting in on the action now. He's like, heck yeah, I want to play with my Bucky. I'm going to go lurk and kill him. You know what the best is? The Bucky is too strong. The only way you can really counter a Gideon is with another Bucky.
Yep, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. He in Wanna Fly, he's taking the initiative. He's going to start it up. I just saw Mushroom buy a Sheriff and was like, you know what? I feel so out of place. Switches over immediately to the Bucky.
Yep. This team, you know, it's the real teamwork. They know. I mean, hey, they must have a strat here because they took 10 rounds off of attack all around here previously. So maybe something can work out for them here as we'll be holding, again, these tight angles. Love family there with the tactical crouching.
Yep, just holding on. They're just holding on as the rest of attack on all sides, just, you know, looking out for any kind of information. The smokes are coming out from Omen here, but his smokes overall, they at the very least, they recharge. So he doesn't mind just expanding them as much as he can, just get that cooldown on, take some time, especially since there's a minute left in the round.
Yep. I mean, again, this map's so open, it really just leaves the attackers so many places to go. Really, it is quite literally an attack all-around map here. As you could really just kind of take your time, go anywhere you please. As we do see Omen getting tagged. Are they going to spot that Reyna to the left? Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, you need to hit him with the alternate fire at that range. Yeah. The Bulldog.
Your expertise on the Bucky never ceases to amaze me.
I don't know what to tell you. That should have been a one-shot even with the armor.
30 seconds
unfortunately, they were expecting the regular click to get it done. But now, it's okay. We still have 4 more Buckies. Actually, 5 more Buckies, of course.
I love it. I love it. But this post-plant situation is going to be really tough. Lots of wide open area. Lots of long corridors that they can just cover. Sova is already making sure. Yep, he spots out the Reyna here, and Cypher is going to be following quickly in
This is tough. Beautiful shock. A beautiful shock arrow. Did his calculus there on that one and everything. What the heck? Ooh, PTC is going to drop. Actually, they were fighting. That was an exit frag as they were trying to check for anyone trying to save, but they got Buckies. They're not looking to save anything. They're looking to kill. They're going to get only one, though. Gideon for A-Stix is going to be able to trade him away with the double peek. And that Jet saving her Bucky for the next round.
But still, those shock arrows were really on point. Every single time the information that it gets, able to take out that Reyna, got really close to landing that shock arrow onto Cypher. However, it still required a double peek to finish him off. Overall, good round. Can it be better? Ooh, I don't know. 5 Buckies, it's hard to say. Look at that. Ooh, right on point.
Just nice and crisp in the perfect place. But now, actually, we've dropped the Bulldogs. We've upgraded our gear here for the side of attack all around. They've now got themselves, MiTH, and I've got 2 operators here. Double operator strat sitting up towards one, looking for the early peak. I would be shocked if the other one wasn't launching long C, which seems to be the case. But of course, there we have the smoke there.
Jet can still see right over the tip of the smoke, just into windows. The rest of the team does seem to be looking down there. It looks like they're making sure that the doors are safe. They've broken the armor off of it and looking to shoot through it.
It's been tagged, so the armor they're taking a nice chunk out of.
Well, they're still okay. The smoke's coming down, and now they're pushing through. Imagine if they had a Bucky now.
Oh, they really were welcome for the Bucky. The Reyna, though, not expecting the Omen to be hiding in the smoke.
Yeah, they gotta be careful for not to overextend in these situations. You are on defender side. You don't necessarily have to push through the smokes. You kind of want your opponents to actually make the first move.
Yeah, and it's not like you know your opponents have a good economy, but there we go. Poo one tap there, getting the pick onto Ginny. That's a lot of the utility taken out, but C has been well, actually they're just still chilling.
This is gotta be careful. Silva's right by window and one fight. He's gonna wide wave swings. Immediately picks off one. Two more are pushing into site B right now.
Operator picked up
one. Oh, nicely done by Bumbarapa, making sure that he is covering these angles.
Love Family still holding a tight angle here as the rotation will be made. Calls going over to A. Love Family though with the operator smoked off from heaven though, as he will be taking his perch here, looking to be patient as they do have at least an even chance at retaking here. Looking at the numbers,
he's got to be careful. He misses the head. Oh, but unfortunately somebody's waiting down right on the side now. Doesn't seem to be connecting these bullets. They need to be winning these fights.
Nice pick there. Nice shot from A6. They tried to swing around wide, but you had, again, a perfectly executed double peek there. Even if you had that trade, you were definitely dying there to the extra team member for attack all around. I think actually they tagged him, but I don't think it was a one-shot. I think it tagged him through the floor of heaven. Yeah. Maybe hitting him, but unfortunately not getting the job done. And back to the Buckies it is then for Poo one tap. He goes, guys, I only use guns that can kill in one shot. Bucky and the operator.
I don't use anything else. Don't ask me to use anything else.
I don't know how to use anything else.
I refuse to use anything else. I only prefer the superior weapons, a Bucky and an operator.
Indeed, here.
More, nothing less. This team already starts off the round, making sure that they are, playing for picks here in hopes to see any kind of overextension coming in from MiTH Attitude.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see that. Maybe Cypher, maybe a few points off of the ultimate there, hoping to maybe get that ult orb, find a pick, use the ulti, and hopefully try and stem the bleeding here. 4 rounds in a row now for attack all around, and MiTH have, I mean, they've gotten close quite a few times. The eco round was a 1v1. We're down to a 1v1 as well in one of the Bucky rounds, but it's so insane that I have to say one of the Bucky rounds. You know what? I love living in this world. Yeah. What can I say?
Don't you love watching Valorant when 5 Buckies is absolutely viable?
Yeah. It's incredible here, but we do have a Jet here quite low. Does have that ultimate up, as the rest of attack all around will now lurk on over towards C. We do have one member here as they will check the cubby. I think they might have scouted him over as the call is being made. You can see Omen rotating around quite heavily, but utility being dropped, forcing them out of the back of sight. Smoked off as well from that C connector. Oh, but one from Garage. Oh, the Guardian, they're going to miss those shots, unfortunately. Wanna picking off the Reyna. 3v5 now is again, nice shot there, Wally. PTC, that's going to be the operator down. Boom, Burapa. What a place to be peeking there. He's going to find one. 2v3, the odds improving here. The Bucky, Poo one tap. He's in sight, down to a 2v2 now. One is super lit, however.
But this is a tough post-plant situation because, again, they have to use the smokes. If they don't have utility now to block line of sight, it's impossible. The paranoia does come out. Now the drone is coming through as well, just to ensure that they can't get onto this bomb. They're spamming the smoke to ensure it.
Hunter's Fury even. Wow. Oh, wow. Poo one tap, though. He's not able to get off a single shot, and it looks like the call will be made to save that Guardian, at least, from MiTH. 5th round in a row then for attack all around.
You can just see the desperation of like, okay, we are making sure we are winning this round. The Hunter Furies comes out. They had nothing left at that point in time, 0 utility to work with. But at the end of the day, they still knock off this round in very clean fashion.
Yeah, I like that though. I like that call to commit the ultimate there, right? Because, I mean, when else do you want to use the ulti, right? On a map like Haven, it's a bit more difficult because there's 3 sites. You're not going to have too many members stacked up at once. Yes, you can use it for the intel. It's great at that. But I think this is also a perfectly viable use scenario. I think, in fact, this is very clean. I have no complaints about this. As neither do you, of course. But I think I like it. I like it.
It's definitely ideal, and more so the fact that it's happening at post plant, so there is no way that anybody else would be anywhere but that angle.
Interesting to use it as an area of denial, right? Because usually it's kind of used more as a scouting or as maybe looking for an entry pick, right? Just spamming one spot, forcing them out of there. But that's a great use. I'm a big fan of that usage here. But
I mean, it's no showstopper for sure, but you know, it does the job.
No, it does the job in a pinch like that, right?
I think it arguably does the job even better just to make sure people don't, because there's 3 shots of it. So every time they go onto the bomb, it's just like, I'm just going to shoot another one. I'm going to wait for 3 seconds, do it again. Rinse, repeat.
Attack all around. They're going to be playing it very patiently here as they're paying out the timings. Love family. Does hear lots of footsteps towards mid window. We've got an operator on the jet here from mid, but they're playing it patiently. Lots of smokes, lots of utility already dropped, but attack all around still keeping their options open.
Looks like there's
always ticks. I believe he's been scouted, going for the trade here. Wow, he peeks him once and twice, even with the Hunter's Fury. Will be able to trade him off at the very least. In the meanwhile, Poo on tap is able to get the pick on the PTC, making it a 4v3.
Yeah, but I mean, now that they've fallen for this, they've over-rotated
30
towards
seconds
A side.
left.
They're getting onto C right now. Congrats, he's going to be looking, swinging backside, making sure he's watching that spawn side. They can't let them go through.
Operator in hand. New Gen, be careful. They're right there.
Get out of my way.
He has no vision. Another smoke being dropped, though. The Leer ready to be used here as Omen standing just outside of the smoke. He's going to hear plenty of footsteps. He's going to get the kill on a one for the Operator with the no-scope. Able to pick him off. Look at that. Who on tap as well with the ulti. Able to get at least one. It's down to the 1v1 then. The clutch scenario. Cypher, though, he's got the intel. Trying to spam through the smokes here. Spike ticking away. He needs to get this one fast, but so much smoke. He will be able to get the spray and does have the defuse. MiTH will take a round.
Oh, that was so stressful. I mean, they already got the Cypher ult down. They knew exactly where it was, especially in a 1v1 situation. He's able to pick up the op once again, deciding on which skin he prefers. The black, the orange, which do you prefer?
Yeah, well, you know, it's... On my first match, I was told, make sure you take the enemy guns, because it has their power. And they really could use a bit of that attack all-around power, can't they? That's their first round in 5 here. They finally have managed to at least get that first win bonus. It will reset their loss bonus here, though, so...
Yeah.
It's important for them to at least get a second round here for them as we take another look at that nice spray control there.
So nice handle. So nicely done. I mean, the defense, the defense coming in from the attackers after they dropped the bomb, they only had 3 members to actually pull that off. They did a really good job. Bringing it down to a 1v1 like that, they are holding down the fort well.
Yep, very impressive stuff. Omen as well, just such aggressive positioning from attack all around. It's really impressive. And of course, Poo on tap, just amazing round there. Opening it up with the pick, with the operator, using the ulti to get a little bit of damage in, and even a second kill there to really let them take that site. So nicely done overall.
I love what MiTH is doing right now. They've locked off a site completely, but still Omen and Cypher are just by banana, and they are just speaking like, we don't even want the information. We just want to get the frags.
Yep. I'm just here for the ulti orb, don't mind me.
Oh, this is great.
How do you think this Reyna pick's working out?
I mean, so far it's pretty good for follow-up, especially with the Leer. The Leer is a great way to kind of open up, to force your opponents to get rid of it as soon as they can. Now that the crosshair is out of position, at least your entry fragger has an easier time. I do think Reyna is much better as a follow-up fragger than an entry fragger, but, you know, with the Empress, that's where the big debates come in.
Yep. Empress makes your gun go burr, doesn't it?
30 seconds
really
left.
Does.
Really does.
I do hope that Reyna picks up an Odin at some point of time with the Empress.
Oh, goodness. Well, it's a pretty clean entry there as they manage to catch MiTH unprepared for that one. They've got vision now. Owl drone being sent in. I mean, this is crazy to even suggest this, but do you just save if you're MiTH?
I don't know. I guess you just have to buy time, push it to the wire, wait for the exit frag.
But there we go. Reyna now going in. Going to land a opening kill now. That's going to be everyone just kind of running all in. Operator through the smoke. Not going to catch anyone now as AAA falling apart at the seams, scrambling around a little bit, but still having good control. That's going to pay off as they get 2 more kills. Jet, the last one standing. Poo one tap, though, looking for more as the Jet battle continues. Switching over to the Classic to get a kill. But dropping to the bomb, unfortunately, so they will lose that operator in the end.
Yeah, I mean, they were pushing in really, relatively late. I mean, they got that initial kill. They were pushing in. The smokes were already down. Sova was already waiting down the C long, looking down at the bomb side, and they didn't have any lurkers to actually try and help clear that. And neither did they have the utility by the end of that round. So there's really nothing much they could do. Well played, going over to MiTH attitude.
Yeah. It's great stuff. Unfortunately, they had 2 just sitting at A, and you know, hindsight 2020, not really contributing a whole lot to the map control overall. So the rotations take that extra long. Sova does what he can to hold them off, but he's not particularly well suited for that. Yeah. So it's just nice job by A, reading that and just going all in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good call. It's a really good call, and right now, attack on all sides. They're just dominating in this map so far.
6-1 here, not looking as close as previous. Oh, but the Sheriff is in town here. It's the Love family. That's going to now be a kill onto the Lurker. Perhaps even a Vandal now in the hands of MiTH. That could be a round changer.
Yeah, that really could. I mean, you can literally see the bullet almost flying in slow motion. Half a second too late to react to that. Really, what can you do? It's sad, but looks like they are just going to play for picks here, waiting for anybody to overextend for the side of MiTH attitude.
Yep, definitely. You can see we have a Jet lurking around A long, maybe trying to come from behind, try and spook someone, as they will now fake the smokes towards Garage and head towards that A site. There's still a Sheriff waiting for them here with a shorty, I believe that is, actually. Ready to go here. So a tight angle to be peeked, but the Owl drone is going to betray his position here. Ginny,
30
looking for the
seconds
spray.
left.
Will get one through the wall. As with the Phantom, he's done quite well here himself. But there we go. Finished off as he tried to rotate on right back. Heaven being controlled as through the connector. You have already one there. I believe it's going to be the Sova. 3v3. Breach lit here on the side of MiTH. What can they get done?
Yep, they're doing a great job here. They've dropped it forward. They're making sure that Heaven is completely locked off while two members are watching by spawn side here. Advice, it's not going to be enough in this
Oh,
situation.
it's so difficult.
How do you win from here? Oh, it looks like they are trying to take a risk here. Peeking out. Lots of rifling going through.
Just walling him. It's like a carnival game. Shoot the Reina.
They're hoping to, I mean, they are hitting a couple of shots. She's down to 29. I don't think she's going to peek again. One more bullet could be it for her.
He's just looking for ego damage. Oh, nearly getting that Vandal out of the hands of Attack All Around. Unfortunately, will end up dropping and instead giving 200 credits for the kill to Conga Red.
Oh boy, this is just a really tough. I mean, they get the site, no problem. They get the site, no problem. They hold the site, no problem. The defense coming in from MiTH attitude really needs to be bucking up here because again, they are spread really thin overall. And yes, they do have a Cypher. However, they're playing this very aggressive style of pushing, dropping the tripwires, but still pushing past that. So you don't even have the information of whether somebody is there or not. You're just taking that big risk.
Man, everyone really just be going for Vandals now. We've seen Bucky rounds out from MiTH, but now it's 10 Vandals, not a single operator.
Yeah, I don't think they would want to go for it right now, but looks like they are just very confident in their rifling capabilities. So they look to get some information. Yep,
there we go.
Drone there. Good
they know
drone,
one is in Heaven.
They still have to deal with the initial problem with the person in Heaven here. PTC going to be able to get on the side, clears the camera, and now the rest of the team should be making the call. We can start pushing in through B side. Yeah.
It is a fake. Are they actually planting B? No, maybe they're looking for the wraparound here to catch the rotating members off guard. Who wants that though? He's better than that, getting the kill onto Conga Red here. I believe from Garage, maybe even through the smoke. But Spike going down B here. Not something we see all the time, but maybe AA at this point, maybe just practicing. But MiTH, let's see what they can get done. Umbarapa, I think he's just going for the intel. No, he actually has teleported straight into the line of fire, but NewJet into the site. Who wants that has gone down. It's going to be a 3v1 here. Mush to room, looking to try and secure it here. They know that he's somewhere in mid, hitting the shot darts as there he goes, unable to find the spray, but 3 agents ready for MiTH to spray him down. Will yield them MiTH's second round of the map.
MiTH was doing a really good job here, and I think honestly, Attack on all sides, they had a really good layup here as they were pushing up into B. They had Jet coming through A side, rotating to look into connectors. She would have had 2 free kills if it wasn't for Cypher, who lagged a little bit behind, just in case there was a lurker.
Would you like to have seen them maybe continue on through B onto A to catch the rotating team?
Personally, I think that would have been a little bit risky. I would have preferred if they were pushing through towards C side, just to kind of cut off the 2 major points here almost straight away, because they're going to have central control over Garage side, and immediately that means that spawn is going to be completely cut off as well.
That's right. You faked A, so there's no way that they can be coming from long, so you can plant for long and hold long pretty confidently.
Yep.
I like that. I like where your head's at here, Gideon. We're going to have just a few sprays through smoke. We're going to see what you can find, but one tap, not finding any of those, as it will be, looks like an A push, and no one actually positioned in A whatsoever. We do have that Cypher camera down, which should at least give them the intel, but will it give them time to react?
I don't know. I don't think it is, but they got rid of the camera, so they're already making the call. Okay, B side, there's nobody. They're droning out C, so it looks like it's clear. Now they're gonna quickly rotate over to the A side. They know it's for sure going to be A, but they can lag behind and send one person through B, but that's gonna be a very long transition.
Wow, actually the spike being denied. So now they're going to have to go for a replant. Ooh, very aggressive play there. Love maybe got baited there. Conga able to finish him off from Heavens. Lots of smokes here as the ultimate from the breaches will be coming through. Hunter's Fury as well. Lear being thrown down for that near side as Hunter's Fury trying to find anyone there. Smokes, lots of utility to straight through the smoke as we have now a full heal, but it's not going to matter. PTC lining up two here with the headshots. Good rotations from Pooh one tap though. He needs more. He's going to find it. Now it's going to be a 2v1. The breach hiding in the sewers here. Can they try and bait him out there with the defuse? Ginny, he needs one more and he's going to find it. As I think they went to try and stick it, ending up in favor there for Ginny.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't react. I was surprised that he didn't react a little bit sooner to that, especially since I thought that he wasn't going to stick it, but eventually he did, and inevitably Ginny was able to pick that up. But let's see this instant replay one more time just to get a better idea. Here. I think overall Jet was in a great position. This fight, however, I don't think she was expecting him to go for that wide swing, especially since she knew for a fact that it was breach left.
I guess not. That was a bit surprising. I was maybe expecting even just a crossfire kind of setup, just peeking him twice at the same time, maybe out of utility, very likely at that point, but kind of unfortunate there for MiTH. I think that round was definitely within their grasp and kind of just outplayed there by AAA.
Slipped away a little bit. Slipped
away from them there. Could have had it. Getting tagged here a bit through the box, trying to find the headshot there with the Sheriff. Will be unable to do so, and that's going to be A site yet again. Set up, and AAA, they've just been... They've had the luxury of time setting up for their perfect defense. This is the way they can do it. They have so much time.
I mean, they've got all 5 of their members here. Cypher is already dead. He wasn't able to hold the site single-handedly, so now this becomes an immediate problem as they look to retake this site. Connector is just completely trapped up here. Heaven is going to be smoked off for now.
Yeah, Boombura gonna drop. This is tough because we're with Buckies and pistols here on the side of MiTH. Oh wow. Wow. Another one. Where are you going? It's like Duck Hunter up in here. 2 off of Heaven. Down they go, but bodies falling limp to the ground. That's going to be a flawless round for attack all around as we will now hit our last round of the half.
Oh boy, that was really rough. I mean, you can see him duck hunting right here. Jumps immediately going down before the Lear even hit. So, really rough rounds coming in from MiTH Attitude overall. But attack all on all sides, making sure that they are just continuing to dominate, not giving a sliver of hope over to MiTH Attitude.
Yep, double Odin strat, Operator, and 2 Vandals on the side here of MiTH Attitude. We have that Jet ulti to play with, as we now see that being used by PTC, looking for some quick picks here. They do actually have some people set up in A this time. Look at how aggressive they're lurking around, though. Lear being tossed on through Reyna, though, not committing, but they might know... Actually, they've probably got no intel here whatsoever.
Yeah.
So plenty of rotations now coming on through, as we'll take a look at that camera shot.
Alright, she dashes right immediately on the site. I'm assuming that his cage is going to activate, but no, it doesn't look like he has any cage set up to take the site with no problems whatsoever. Rotations are being made quick, easy. Connector has been cut off. Heaven's vision has been gone.
Eugen, though, is going to open it up with a pick. Spike is down. That's not Empress quite yet. Just 1 point off. Monster's Fury trying to get the intel. He's going to get a little bit of damage in onto 1. As all 3 smokes actually by that Jet used very aggressively, trying to swing around with the Operators. Shock Art is going to allow the entry, but Ace takes. He's going to find 2, and the crossfire from Ginny. Love family though with the Odin at least will make this a 2v2. It's not out of the question here with PTC picking it a 1v2 now. The spray control not there. As much to room is going to be now down to a 1v1 with knives still out from PTC. He's going to find it with the burst. 10-2.
Oh, that was a chaotic round. That really was, and I definitely think that Cypher needs to rethink his setup for A here because his tripwires are in very interesting positions, mainly because he was trying to make a hard read on where the bomb was going to be planted. But like these fights are really starting to get messy. Like MiTH really want to get really down into their dirt. They're getting their hands messy, and the same goes for attack on all sides. They aren't afraid to go in as a 5-side to make something happen.
Yeah, and frequently, I mean, it's so hard on a map, even like Haven, right? But so frequently, they're able to just run into a site, clear 1 or even the no people that are holding it, and set up a great defense. Yes, this map is very open. Yes, it's very easy to rotate around, but when you have 5 members holding a site, it can be incredibly difficult to try and retake it.
Yeah, especially when they all basically had a full utility at that point in time as well. So just constantly slowing them down with each step Aldrone first gonna come off towards double doors, making sure the garage is wide open. He's not looking in the right direction here.
No, we're gonna check the corner though. Ace-Tix now Congrats sweeping back around. Will pick off 2. They're gonna be perfectly holding on to this site. In fact, so far it's a flawless round for AAA on the pistol round. Who one tap at least will be able to get the kill onto Ginny. Looking for maybe some more eco damage here at this point. 1v4 near leading tag through the smoke. Knew one was coming, but it's not gonna matter. PTC finishing him off with the ghost.
I mean, huge bait coming in from Gungera there. He just needed to show himself for half a second to allow themselves to be like, because naturally when you look at somebody and where their direction is, you're not thinking about checking those corners because you're assuming, oh yeah, that's the only guy there. There's probably a second person on the right. Those are the common angles, so there's no point actually looking on your left, and that's where Sova really took his time. He waited for half a second just to see if one more person comes out, eventually killing everybody off.
Especially, you're not expecting 3 and C. I mean, maybe in the pistol round, there's room for debate there, right? Because your general setup is like 2A, 1 garage, maybe 1 C, 1 kind of mid and B, right? Something like this, right? 1 lurker in there. There's variants, but on the pistol round, he's probably very surprised.
They're doing it again. They're doing it one more time.
Again. Unbelievable. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm bringing a shorty, but it's not going to matter. The spray will find 2. Pooh one tap with a shorty of his own, however, eventually finishes off Congrats.
Is he going to get one more?
Here.
And he's going to be rotating around here, jumping on through garage. As PTC, he heard someone jump in there. Look at that little sidestep there. She do be stepping though, as there they go, Wanna Fly, getting the kill on Mush to Room, who was hoping to try and rotate through mid. C definitely under control here. It's AAA looking to try to make sure they can hold on to their angles.
I don't think he's good. They just need to just sit this one out. They don't need to do anything. They're not on the attack side. They're on the defender side.
I mean, they really only bought like very, very small items, right? They didn't. They're saving for the next round here. If they lose this one, it's gonna be 2 to 12. Oh wow. Okay, well now 9 HP and a dream, right?
Yeah, there's no way he's winning this round. The spike is way too out in the open by the garage connector there, so he's
30
just gonna have
seconds
to
left.
one-tap people if he really wants to win this round. But 20 more seconds as the rest of the team is gonna. I mean, they are very patient. They're not actually going hunting for him this time round, so they're just gonna wait for time.
I like the call here. It was, I mean, I guess at this point a full buy, right? So she's gonna Wanna Fly, who is gonna be in an awkward spot and pick off the last Cypher standing. He's gonna win that mirror matchup.
Match
Unfortunate
point.
indeed. Unfortunate indeed. But let's see how they play this out now, because now they can start buying, you know, some heavy duty rifles and make sure that they can start getting up getting some full armors as well. That's definitely going to be helping them out here. The op already coming up from Pooh one tap over and overall, I mean, it's looking pretty good, pretty standard here. Some people are still maintaining to have their guns rather than upgrade them. Genie is one fly as well.
I like that. Just for insurance, you have, hey, it's 12 to 2. We don't need to go all out here. Let's not even give them 2 extra rounds. I like this. It's playing safe even when you're up by 10. Off with the operator. The opening pick is going to be won by PTC. He's looking for more as well. Looking to peek. He's going to find the headshot through the wall onto the Cypher. 3v5 at this point. A completely under control is PTC. He's looking for more as he's going to rotate around solo. Looks like he's lurking with the operator.
Let's look at this one more time.
Yep, there we go. And that's the flawless. Just like that, as the rifles are able to hunt down the last remaining members of MiTH Attitude, and it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Attack All Around.
Whew, I mean, Attack All Around, just, they are very methodical and very patient with what they do. They aren't like too hastily doing it, but if they pull the trigger, they are absolutely committing to it. There's no stopping them.
They were just super confident, but restrained in this match. I would say they definitely showed respect to their opponent here, which is great, right? Because their opponents, they bought 5 buckies 2-3 rounds in a row. Obviously, they thought they could get something to work there. It almost did for a couple of rounds. So I think there's definitely merit within that strategy here, but definitely just a clean 2 games from Attack All Around. Definitely one of the teams to be watching out for here as we move on further into our tournaments here, as this is just our first round, best of 2, round robin, clean 2-0.
Clean 2-0 indeed, but we gotta talk a little bit about MiTH here because they overall took their time. They took their time a lot of these matches, but they have a very different approach. Especially with some of these matches, you can clearly see that there's some people like MiTH, some people don't like MiTH. The way they actually approach these maps two very different styles, even though they are from the same region, which I find pretty interesting because you would assume that they would play relatively similar, relatively same strats, relatively same comps.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And the decision to even go for the Reyna being a bit of an interesting one there. Not working out too well for them. You had at least nice plays with the Leer, but I think attack all around, they were just too on the ball here for this one.
And I think, you know, they followed their name here, especially in this map. They absolutely crushed it overall. Like Haven, they made sure that they were controlling the areas. And I think what I liked about them the most is, especially when they were playing on the attacker side, they really took their time with it. They waited until the very last second until they had to drop the bomb. They even planted the bomb in B once and set it up for there. Well done to them.
Yep, definitely. Well, let's see what our analysts have to say about that as we'll throw it over to Epulze in the panel.